Hello, and welcome back to the 7 days of receiving with me, Micayla. Today is day 7, trusting what's coming. And yes, my little bobble's gone. My toddler took it and lost it. So, over the past few transmissions, your body has practiced something subtle yet powerful, feeling safe, allowing rest, being held, softening guilt, and receiving love and resources. And today is about allowing what you've already practiced to settle. Trust doesn't arrive suddenly, rather it forms quietly when the body stops trying to rehearse the future. If I'm squinting, it's because we got so much snow the past few days and it's like reflecting in my eyes. So today we let trust become a state rather than an idea. Okay. So most people try to trust with their thoughts. They repeat affirmations, they visualize outcomes, and they force optimism. And honestly, those are really great, except when it's the forcing part that is incoherent with the body. So that's why it's so important to lean in to the emotions you're actually feeling and allow them to move through the body rather than forcing the opposite to take place. That was a little off script, so hopefully that helped though. So trust does not live in the mind, it lives in the body. And if the nervous system is preparing for impact, the mind cannot convince it otherwise. True trust emerges when the body no longer feels the need to stay ahead of life. Because honestly, there's no way we can always know what's happening in the future. So over these transmissions, you didn't convince yourself that things are okay. You showed your body that they are. Just noticing what is okay and settling into that fact and settling into those sensations and how that feels in the body. So a scientific approach is that your brain is a prediction machine. It constantly asks, what's coming next? Do I need to prepare? Should I brace? And when the nervous system feels regulated, the brain predicts safety rather than threat. And that changes everything. Research in neuroscience shows that when the body perceives safety, cortisol levels decrease, immune function improves, decision making becomes clearer, creativity increases, and perception widens. Oh my gosh, it's a huge gust. Emotional resilience strengthens, and trust becomes the default forecast. I am honestly so grateful for this journey and relaying these transmissions to you because I have had the opportunity to dive deeper into trust, a deeper layer, as so much is happening behind the scenes and in my personal life. I come back to this and I practice what I preach because it really comes down to it, down to trust and knowing, believing that there's receiving on the other end. So you are no longer waiting for proof. Your body already feels resourced enough to meet what arrives. And a philosophical perspective, philosopher Soren Kierkegaard wrote, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. And trust is not certainty, it's willingness. It's the quiet confidence that whatever comes, you will meet it with presence rather than panic. Trust does not mean everything goes as planned. It means you no longer abandon yourself when things shift. A cute little metaphor. Imagine walking a familiar path at night. At first, you needed light. You needed to see every step. You probably feel this way at night when you're walking through your house. Eventually, your body learned the path, the terrain. Now you move with ease, not because the path is perfectly visible, but because your body trusts itself to walk it. And you're probably feeling the wall sometimes. Let's call those walls like the characteristics of yourself that you depend on. You know, like your stability, your resilience, your, I don't know, whatever you depend on in those moments. Your humor. Like those are your guides. Like, okay, I'm not alone. So this is where you are now. Not waiting for life to prove itself, but trusting yourself to meet it. And today's practice is simple and complete. We're going to sit comfortably, feeling your breath. Placing a hand over your heart. And name the states you've practiced in your mind. The safety, the rest, the support, the receiving, and the trust. And let them feel like one experience combined, all of those sensations in your body. And you can say each mantra in your head, allowing space in between them. I am safe to receive. My rest restores me. I can be held. I allow support to reach me. I trust what's coming. And you can also add, I trust myself. And let these phrases settle into one frequency rather than separate ideas. They are all coherent, a tool in a toolbox at your disposal. So as you move forward, we know that you don't need to rush. Life responds best to steadiness, stability. And when you trust what's coming, you stop chasing clarity and begin allowing alignment to take priority. Opportunities arrive with less resistance. Decisions feel simpler. You respond rather than force. And trust does not make life predictable. However, it makes you more present in the moment. Trusting that each moment you experience and that you are given has a purpose. Whether it be to love yourself more, to love the people across from you more, to connect, to create, to enjoy, to relax. It's all purposeful in its own right. I trust what's coming because I trust myself. And this is the end of the practice. However, it is the beginning of you living from it.